What is up, sports bettors, hockey fans, basketball fans? It's Bob from OddsJam with Last Minute Betting, and I'm here to have a good time tonight, make some money, right? That's what it's all about. Hope you guys are having a great day. Don't forget, I've got BetMGM and Fanatics links. If you have not signed up for those books, do it right now, okay? You won't be sorry. I'm telling you right now, you'll be happy. You will be happy. Very, very good books, and well, you know what? It's money making. Hello, Mason. How you doing? Mason's on X. Appreciate you joining me here today on. It's Monday Money, March 3rd, our first show of March. And, you know, as always, we're here to help people make money betting on sports, right? What it's all about. Talking sports, betting on sports. Can't get any better than that, right? That's right. I'm getting ready to get myself set up here. My positive EV page. Want to look at some things. Hopefully, we'll have some live opportunities that'll be coming our way today. And let me just go ahead and get my book set up here. Don't forget, you can do a 7-day free trial with OddsJam. There is a link below in the description for you to sign up on OddsJam. Don't be afraid. This is the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide, okay? Not just here, but worldwide. All right. Let me get my settings here. I want to get main and alternate markets, get my market width set to 25 maximum, and I'll be ready to get into some plays here in a few minutes. All right, my boy Tristan's here. What's up? Can you folks give credit where credit is due? Who called the Cavs beating the Celtics despite the 20-plus deficit in the first quarter? And that would be you, Steven Batza. That would be you. You did call it. Absolutely. You sure did. And we appreciate it. But I got to tell you, you know, I put on a 9-leg parlay Saturday. And guess what? That baby hit. Oh, well, look who's here. Mike's joining us.
Yeah, man.
Mike?
Had to switch around computers here.
Well, he was there.
I'm here.
Well, what happened to you?
I've been here since I got here.
You like disappeared for a second.
I did?
Yes, you did. All right.
It's probably your internet, man.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Nah,
Thank you.
I don't know about that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. We're going to get into a few things, but let's talk about a couple of things. Mike Debo Samuel, 49ers trading him to the Commanders. What in the hell were they thinking? And there's got to be something more to this. Doesn't really make any sense. I know there was that incident when he was into it with a special teams player last year. I don't know if you saw that coming off the field. But other than that, why would you get rid of that guy?
Well, I mean, obviously things weren't working there. I don't know. I mean, he needed probably a fresh start anyway. Remember, Debo was struggling a little bit himself. So, you know, They paid Brandon Ayuk all that money. He got hurt. Now you lose Debo. So San Fran, Jabari's 49ers going down.
Down. Don't like that at all. You didn't tail my 9 leg. Well, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Can't tail them all, right?
That's right. Tristan's got 15 bets in tonight. Good deal. Let's get some more in. That's all I can tell you. And I guess you know that Matt Stafford is staying in L.A. They went ahead and signed him. Good idea. T. Higgins got tagged, franchise tag on T. Now that's weird.
I mean they had to keep him somehow, some way, even if it's just for the foreseeable future, one season, whatever. I mean, you had to lock him up. You couldn't let him go get away if you're Cincinnati. You gotta at least give this thing another shot with this offense that you have. You got Chase and Higgins still there. You got Joe Burrow still. You're gonna at least give this thing another shot. I mean, they were very close to making the playoffs. And let's be honest, if they get in the playoffs, I don't care what you say, man. Really don't. I guarantee you, if they got in the playoffs, they would have been a hell of a lot. That would have been a lot to deal with, man. In Kansas City, if they have that type of game, the type of game they played against Houston, Buffalo, I think Cincinnati would have got them myself. Their offense was just too tough, too potent. You weren't going to stop them, man. You weren't going to.
So Steven did a lot of research into shots on goal tonight. All right. Throw some plays out here, bro. Yeah, I would have thought Chase would have gotten it too.
Chase is still under contract, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, T. Higgins, you had to do that or he was going to walk. Now you can deal with Chase. And I mean, I think if you're the Bengals, you got to try to lock him up.
Well, they can always bungle it up, man. They are the Bungles. They have had that tendency to do that over the years. All right.
Looks like the Bengals have made an offer to Jamar Chase. Okay. But it doesn't look like they're very close in negotiations.
Okay. Also, so were the Jets. It sounds like they're going to get they're interested in training Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, at this point, the only reason you brought him there is because it was Rodgers' guy. So, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
cut your losses and move on if you're the Jets.
All right. I'm going to do a couple things here real quick. I'm going to start off with, I know you probably think this is a wishy-washy one, maybe not one you would jump on, but Wake Forest plus 19.5 against Duke. I think I like that. The odds of the bet have changed. Gosh darn it. Wouldn't it? Well, so much for that idea, Mike.
You can get them plus 20.5 if you want to. I'm not opposed to that. I mean, they've dropped a couple of two of their last three, but I mean, Wake Forest is definitely. I mean, the ACC is down this year. Let's be honest. Wake Forest definitely not a very good team, but not 20-win team for what it's worth. No real notable big wins necessarily though, but I mean, maybe they could keep it close. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
Although, I mean, again, that could be blowout city too, but
yeah, it's gone now. What about the Rockets tonight? Heavy underdog. Plus 10.5, plus 11.5. Do you like that? No?
No, I mean, the Thunder are coming on. They played last night. OKC did. So they're on a back-to-back here, but let's see what the injury report is for sure. Looks like they've got a lot of guys out. I mean, Sengun's out.
Okay.
Who else? We know Van Vliet's out.
Now we know
probably
that way.
Yeah.
All right. Capitals money line first period. I'm taking that.
Okay.
Senators. I like that one.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Wichita State and North Texas. Now, what happened to Wichita State's program? They used to be.
I mean, they've lost the guy that made the the engine go. So what do you expect?
Right. Panthers and Lightning over 5.5 goals. I will take that for sure.
Okay.
Couple of hockey plays in here so far. About all I got going on. Sharks and Maple Leafs over 6.5. I think I like this one better. Buffalo and Montreal under 6.5. By the way, my Blues, I know you're going to give me crap about it, but, they lost that game yesterday or last night because, I mean, when a team goes 4 for 4 in the power play, I mean, the penalty killing just sucked last night. Honestly, Mike, you were watching that game. Did you not think that the Blues outplayed the Stars in that game?
For most of it, look, that third period, Dallas started to finally started to outplay them. In the third period, Dallas from the drop of the puck of the third period, the Blues were just not really the same, and Dallas finally started to pull away. And of course, some power play goals helped that too. But even 5-on-5, Dallas was starting to control the game. It felt, and the Blues I don't think they had enough. They were on a back-to-back.
Right. I understand, but I got to tell you, the last 10 minutes of that third period, other than the penalties, if you take the penalties away, which that's why the game was over. All right, 229 points on Bet Rivers, Golden State.
Okay.
Well, in that game, we'll take the over 229 in that one. There was an over 227 also. Houston over Kansas minus 9.5. Yes. We'll take it.
Now that'd be blowout city there, huh?
I think it is going to be blowout city there, honestly. Don't like the Panthers minus 1.5. Don't like the Maple Leafs minus 2.5. How about that Berube, man? He was on his team's butt for the way they played in a win the other night. Over 226, we'll take that one.
Yeah, Toronto's been red hot though. Jeez, since the beginning of February, they ended January on a 3-game losing streak, and since February 1st, one loss, and obviously I know we had the All-Star break, but 4 in a row out the gate for them after the All-Star break. So,
speaking of the break, the Four Nations break, a bad break for the Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk on long-time injured reserve, LTIR. He's done for the season, man.
Yeah, he'll be done for the season, and they'll be okay through the regular season, but playoff time comes around, they're going to miss him tremendously. That's where it's going to really hurt them the most. I think they can be all right in the regular season. There's still some season left.
New York Rangers and Islanders, Mr. Bassett took over 6. Over 5.5, hit 88% of the last whatever games between them. And he says he's never betting on NBA point spread again that isn't live.
Mm-hmm.
And Tristan says, get on Profit X. He's having a great time. Look, Tristan, I got to give you Panthers credit. So they lose Matthew Tkachuk, and they go out and make a trade and get Seth Jones, the best defenseman that the Blackhawks have. I know it's the Blackhawks, but still, you're talking about one of their better players, definitely the best defenseman. And you know what? Florida may be going after this from a different angle than what they did before. Maybe less offensively, more defensively. I got to give them credit there for making that move. Good move. And the trade deadline is March 7th for the NHL. This week, Mike, Thursday. And there could be a lot of names moving. We've already seen Gustav Nyquist be moved.
He's always getting moved.
Yeah, I know. I wonder how come that is.
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, he's been on some good teams. It's not like he's a bad player. But yeah, no, just been a guy that's been traded around a lot. Been around a while too.
I thought this was rather interesting, Mike. Charlie Lindgren just signed a 3-year contract deal extension with the Capitals. And I don't know if you remember Charlie when he was in the minors with the Blues, came out of nowhere and was won a few games in a row. And he's really turned him. He's having a good career with the Capitals. Looks like the Stars, who they got CC and Granlund, looks like they're looking to make more moves. I think the Stars are going for it because, they acquired Mikael Granlund and Cody Ceci from the Sharks. Now, Lundqvist for them, he had a season-ending injury. So, that is totally understandable. But you still got Heiskanen. And Heiskanen, Mike, I got to tell you, he's a hell of a player.
Absolutely. Dallas is loaded, too. I mean, coming into the season, we talked about the Western Conference. I said the two teams that I trusted the most, and I left Winnipeg off, and I know that people think, oh, that's a mistake. They're having a hell of a year, but I still don't know that I trust Winnipeg in the playoffs. I still think I trust Dallas. And the other team I talked about was Colorado. I think those two teams are teams that right now, I trust Dallas way more than Colorado. I have no faith in Colorado because of the goaltending. I don't trust them at all. So Dallas, I have the utmost confidence in right now. It's not that I don't think Winnipeg's a very good team. They're an outstanding team, but I think come playoff time, that talent that Dallas has, man, they've got all over the ice, man. Wyatt Johnston, Jason Robertson, they got some young studs, lots of veterans as well. You still got a guy like Jamie Benn there. And now you look at the guys they added. Granlund's a hell of a player, man. He was arguably San Jose's best player. I know they were a bad team, but I mean, he was their best player they had. And now he comes into a role where he's just got to, he doesn't have to do as much, So yeah, I mean that, and CC is a good move to have for that defense as well,
LTIR is some salary BS. I thought it was an actual injury, but yes, they have now freed up $8.97 million for this year. When you put somebody on LTIR, that's the way it works in the NHL. And quite frankly, baseball ought to adopt something like that. Panthers money line tonight. We are on that. Definitely. McKinnon hasn't been doing crap.
Well, he hasn't been lately.
Yeah, but he's
had a hell of a year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 91 points.
Absolutely. No, I mean, he's going to cool off at some point, but no, he hasn't been doing a whole lot lately, but then they rely on him very, very heavily. Whereas a team like Dallas, I mean, we didn't even talk about a guy like Rope Hintz.
Right.
I mean, they've got guys everywhere, man. I mean, 20 plus goals.
Wyatt Johnston.
I said Johnston, Robertson.
Yeah.
And when you talked about Heiskanen's a hell of a player too.
Question: does Mikko Rantanen get traded again?
Man, I don't know. Possibly. I mean, was he not happy where he's at? Is that what's happening?
He's having a good year. He came over to Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big deal, but does he get traded again is the question.
I don't know. I mean, if you're Carolina, why would you unless there's some issues somewhere?
Could be. And what about the Utah Hockey Club? Are they going to load up? I mean, they're in the race for a wild card. Are they going to load up?
I don't know. Don't know. You're going to have to compete. I mean, that wild card race is getting, I mean, if you want to set yourself apart from some of those teams, and if you make a move and get somebody that Vancouver'd like to get rid of, you'll really set yourself up pretty, because I'm not sure what Vancouver is going to do. We know they got rid of JT Miller. Is Hughes a potential guy they're going to move? Is Pedersen going to be gone? I mean,
Brock Besser.
Well, either one. And Pedersen, it sounded to me like that one time there was no doubt they were going to move on from him. But
Brock Nelson from the Islanders, Richard Raquel from Pittsburgh, Trent Frederick from the Bruins, Ryan Donato from the Blackhawks, Nick Bustad from the Hockey Club, Ryan Strome from Anaheim, Jake Evans from Montreal. What about Ryan O'Reilly from the Predators? Will he get moved? The Kraken with Bjorkstrand and Tanev. Scott Lawton, he's in the fourth year of a 5-year contract. What about him? And let's face it, Braden Shen, that's been the talk all throughout the league, that the Toronto Maple Leafs are wanting Braden Shen bad. And we know why that is, because of the connection with Berube.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt they'd love to get him on their hands and on that team for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Another guy, Jared McCann from Seattle. That's a guy you look at that may be out there available. Will he get moved? Erik Karlsson from Pittsburgh, the defenseman. I mean, at one time, one of the best defensemen we thought offensively, at least in the NHL. He's seen better days though, but he's definitely a possibility to get moved as well. Not sure how much of a difference he makes now. We talked 4 or 5 years ago. That's a big time name, but
Trevor Seagrass. There's another one. Dylan Cozens.
Yeah, Cozens for Buffalo is a possibility, probably. I've heard his name thrown around. Center Iceman. I mean, you'll take it.
Yep. Josh Anderson from the Canadians. There are going to be some moves.
Yeah, there'll be some moves.
The NHL trade.
I'm not seeing Pedersen's name out there as much now. I mean,
I didn't see it either.
I mean, Besser's now the big name that Vancouver's looking to maybe move. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe there was issues with Pedersen and Besser, and I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of them if I were Vancouver.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of everybody. You get rid of Miller, Besser, and Pedersen, you may as well get rid of Hughes, because you're going to be in full-blown rebuild mode at that point.
And then as far as goalies, John Gibson from the Ducks, Dan Vladar from the Flames, and then Anton Forsberg from the Senators, along with Rittich from the Kings, and Fedotov from the Flyers.
Yeah, Anaheim probably makes a couple of moves. They get rid of a couple of pieces. Unfortunately for them, I know they're flirting around being alive and in that wild card mix, but I don't think they have quite enough to really truly compete, especially if they make some moves and get rid of some guys. Not sure they're going to be around in a week or two. I'm not sure we're talking about Anaheim really truly being a serious playoff contender. I think they fizzle out. Utah, yeah, I think they're going to be around. Utah, Calgary, Vancouver, St. Louis. Those are going to be your main. Because I've got to assume that Colorado takes the number one wild card. I can't imagine they fall apart enough that one of those two teams jump them, any of those teams. So it's probably going to be between those four teams: Calgary, Vancouver, St. Louis, and Utah.
I want to point out one thing that happened last night with the Rangers. Jonathan Quick played in his 800th game. Now, you know what? That's a big deal for a goaltender to play that many games.
Sure.
He's been a hell of a goaltender. He's actually having a very good year as a backup with the Rangers. He's got a .902 save percentage, a 2.92 goals against average. He started 16 games. He's 9-5.
Yeah, and the Rangers they've been getting on track a little more, here lately. I mean, they've got some losses here and there, but they're stringing together some, couple wins here and there, few wins here and there. So the Rangers are definitely trying to dig themselves out of the hole that we saw them build. And again, they're only 2 points out of a playoff spot. Detroit and Ottawa are ahead of them. They're tied with Boston. I mean, that Eastern Conference. Man, if you go down that whole list in the Eastern Conference, there ain't hardly anybody that's dead yet. Hell, Pittsburgh's technically still in it at 58 points. I mean, I think the only two teams that you could really, maybe Pittsburgh, Buffalo certainly is probably done, but Pittsburgh's technically alive, but they'll probably fizzle out. But from the Islanders all the way up to Detroit, in that second wild card spot, every team's alive and well.
Tristan, I love you, man, but Bob has now played more games than Jonathan Quick. Bob has 740 games, my friend. Okay? I'm sorry. I know everything's the Florida Panthers and everything's whatever team that you root for, but Jonathan Quick has played more games. Hey, what's up, PhD? Atlanta and Memphis over?
Yeah, okay. Probably an over city there.
Can I throw one at you? My first baseball bet of the year. I had the Braves in Tampa Bay over 7.5. It was 4-2 in the top of the ninth inning, and the Braves scored a couple of runs. And I don't even know what the final score was. I just
5-4. So you got one extra run from Tampa Bay that you didn't need, but either way, yeah,
got it. First bet of the year in baseball. Let's go ahead and do what we always do. Let's put a Stevie B parlay together.
Okay.
Let's put one together. And one play that we're throwing in there immediately. It's Tristan's play.
Panthers money line.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, he's been gone for a while. He's been on vacation on a cruise ship.
I know.
So he's got to ride his Panthers.
That poor cruise ship. My goodness.
I mean, it sounds to me he had an awful good time. I don't think that cruise ship will ever be the same.
Never the same again. Never
the
same again. I would like to go with the Capitals on the money line.
Are you sharing your screen or are you sharing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're in the back of the studio here.
Did I screw up there?
Oh, absolutely you did.
All right.
Want me to do it for you?
No, I got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? By the way, I know you went to the EV page earlier, found some plays. We just got action all over the place.
Is it more any
surprise?
All right, keep an eye on chat. Do we have another play out there for the
Nutz? Yeah, Steven says in Memphis to beat the F out of them. Yeah, I would probably say so. Memphis coming off a tough loss there to San Antonio. Matter of fact, they've lost 2 in a row. Memphis has. This is a get right spot for Memphis.
Okay. All right.
But if you're asking, you want me to give you a play?
Actually, I was going to go with Tristan's Miami Heat on the spread tonight. What do you think? Minus 7.5. Playing Washington. Yeah. Washington on the road. Terrible team.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, Washington definitely is a bad team.
I mean, right there, we got 3 plays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to throw whatever else you want to throw in there, guys. Whatever you got. He destroyed the cruise ship. Thank goodness you didn't.
I destroyed it. Oh, man. You know, I think I saw that. Cruise ship destroyed. I think I saw that article. There was an article online this morning when I woke up. I looked at it and said, breaking news, cruise ship destroyed, and all this other craziness.
Let's see. What else do I like? Do I like anything in college hoops tonight? I do like. I mean, I really think Houston will cover against Kansas.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I would want to put that in a parlay. I don't want to get too cocky. I know I hit that one.
Rob's got to play. He's got some tenants action out there for us.
What's he got?
I'm not even going to take a shot at pronouncing that name.
Well, then let me take a look.
Greet Menen. I don't know.
Greet Menen to win 2-0, 2 sets to none.
Yeah. Okay, my turn, right?
Right.
I need to find something here.
Hold on, let me find Greet. Where's she at here? Money line, she's 425.
Yeah, but he's wondering.
He's on sets. I gotta have a game. She's favored by 5.5 games. You know what? I'm gonna stay away from that, Mike.
Yeah, single bet it, but
yeah. I'm not putting it on
the What do we have in the parlay so far?
Florida money line, Washington money line, and the Heat minus 7.5.
Okay. You know, give me Rangers money line.
By the way, Jonathan Quick with his 800th game, it was a shutout.
Of course, they just played last night.
They just played last night.
I know.
But
I don't care.
Shesterkin will be in net tonight.
Yeah, but he's had a rough year. Make no mistake about it.
All right.
Give him to me anyway, man.
Rangers money line. And I'm going to throw another one at you, man, that you may not like. You may not like this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maple Leafs and Sharks. I'm going to take the Maple Leafs minus 1.5.
Oh, man, after an OT game last night for Toronto, huh?
Yeah, with the Sharks. And that's plus 20.52, and that's a $5 bet that we'll put on that and win $107. Hell yeah. What I'm talking about, I'll find me some sort of...
Well, will you post the play when you're done? I'm at work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will do
Absolutely,
it right now.
Rob.
Tell you what, Panthers money line, Capitals money line, Heat minus 7.5, Rangers money line, and the Maple Leafs minus 1.5. Rob tailed me on that parlay the other day, Mike.
He did, man.
Yeah, but he cashed out early.
I mean, I can't say that I blame him 100%. He waited till that Iowa State before the Iowa State game.
Yeah. He actually, I think, did cashed out after the 7th leg hit.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm cool with that parlay. We'll go with Bob will post that in the Discord and let y'all tail it, and we'll see if we can make some money off of that tonight. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. In the meantime.
All right, and I got a 20% boot token on BetMGM. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Right. Little D-Gen action for y'all on that parlay, but that's okay, man. I like it.
Panthers, Rangers. Yeah, that Rangers one is a scary one.
I know. But I mean, where was I gonna go with? I don't know that I trust the Kings to cover -1.5 on the puck line against Chicago. To be honest with you, not sure that I do. We already had Florida and Washington. Montreal's on the second night of a back-to-back as well. And they're not. They've already played Buffalo. They played them the other night, but I mean, that was the only other option was Montreal money line, which
$5 gets me 100. I got it up to 102 on BetMGM. So I'll screenshot that, put it in the Discord, put it out on X. Let's make some money tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Appreciate y'all joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan. Or something.
All right. Y'all have a good day. My fingers in there.